Let's open the internet together. It's 9 a.m. We're drinking coffee, and someone just posted, if snow melts into water, where does the white go? And right below it, I think the scariest part of having triplets is being pregnant for 27 months. Welcome to Earth. Population deeply confused. I used to think school was full of useless things. And in a way, it is. I mean, one needs to know the structure of an atom to pay rent or Newton's third law to send an email. Well, turns out a lot of us do. Not because we all be rocket engineers, but because not knowing makes us, well, easy to manipulate, easy to scan, easy to make you believe things like the hydrogen monoxide is dangerous. And now you may ask, what is that thing actually? To answer this, let's take a quick detour into the wild world of internet headlines. Imagine scrolling through your news feed and coming across a headline like Banned hydrogen monoxide, the invisible killer. The article boldly claims that hydrogen monoxide, apparently a colorless, odorless, tasteless substance, is responsible for thousands of deaths every year. It warns that inhaling it can cause fatal lung damage, prolonged skin contact leads to severe tissue damage, and ingesting it triggers nausea, bloating, and uncontrollable sweating. It even states that once you become dependent on it, withdrawal is a short ticket to death. And despite all this danger, it's reportedly found in nearly every river, lake, and pool across America, being used as an industrial solvent, refrigerant, in nuclear plants, firefighting, insecticides, and even in fast food. Then comes the frantic call: act now! Ban the hydrogen monoxide to prevent further contamination. Now, here's the kicker: the hydrogen monoxide is just water. Yes, water, something we all depend on for survival. This hoax perfectly illustrates how, without a basic understanding of science, even the most absurd claims can sound alarmingly plausible. It's a reminder that scientific literacy isn't just academic. It's essential for cutting through the noise and seeing the truth behind sensational headlines. Let's take another quick tour of the internet's finest wisdom. Where does the sun go at night? Does it turn off? Yes, at approximately 6:37 p.m., depending on your time zone and emotional state, the sun powers down to save energy. It's part of a global sustainability initiative signed during the Helios Accord of 1984. It turns back on when the rooster screams. Birds aren't real. Correct. Birds are advanced government surveillance drones powered by wind and spite. That chirping you hear, Morse code. Pigeons charge on power lines and send data at 3 a.m. sharp. Wake up. I don't believe in atoms. I never see one. Totally valid. Atoms only exist if you believe in them hard enough. That's why quantum physics is a vibe-based science. Tables, chairs, and your own body, all just really committed illusions. We live in a simulation because shadows are black. Exactly. Shadows are graphical glitches. The universe ran out of rendering power. Every time you walk under a streetlight and get that weird flicker, lag. Elon Musk is probably updating the firmware. Now, you maybe laugh, but this stuff is everywhere. And it's not just dumb, it's dangerous. Because science isn't just a school subject. It's a perfect BS detector. So, what do you learn in school and why you should care? Well, you learn mechanics, electricity, sound, motion, waves, friction. And what does it do? It explains what speed actually is. Speed is just how much distance you cover in a certain amount of time. So if you're going 60 kilometers per hour, that means you're moving 1 kilometer every minute, which also means, plot twist, it takes 2 hours to go 120 kilometers. Not 2 minutes, like. It's not complicated math, Karen. It's just division, not wizardry. Why your power goes out during storms? Because electricity doesn't like water, trees, or chaos. Understanding circuits and conductivity helps you stop blaming the government. At least this. Electricity flows in a loop, a circuit. If the loop breaks, the light doesn't turn on. You can understand this with 0 PhDs and maybe Just maybe stop calling your dad to fix a blown fuse. Why the type of glasses you wear matter. If you're nearsighted, far-away stuff is blurry. If you're far-sighted, close-up stuff is blurry. Glasses are basically corrective space wrappers that bend light just right so your retina isn't guessing. The right lenses literally change the physics of how light enters your eyeballs. Wearing the wrong one is like trying to watch a 4K movie on a cracked Game Boy screen. What black holes is and why they freaking interesting. Black holes are what happens when physics says, I don't know man, just throw the laws out the window. They're so dense, not even light escapes. Time slows down near them. Things get spaghettified, and yes, there's one in the center of our galaxy. So, if we are living in a simulation, that's the plug. Why space and time not so different after all? Time is not constant. Speed it up near a black hole, stretch it in an orbit, or slow it by moving really fast. Go fast enough and time delays. For you, hours pass. For everyone else, years. You could literally come back from a space trip younger than you'd think. Einstein didn't just break the clock, he melted it. Physics isn't just equations, it's the operating system of the real world. Organic and inorganic, reactions, acids, bases, molecules, gases. What does it do? Lets you understand what's actually in your food or the label. E300 sounds scary until you realize it's just vitamin C. Knowing chemistry keeps you from panicking over harmless molecules. Teaches you why water is the weirdest substance in the universe. Expands when frozen, sticks to everything, dissolves almost anything. Water breaks every rule and still keeps us alive. Explains soap, baking, medicine, plastic, fire, air, and explosions. Basically, all of civilization. Soap works by breaking grease bonds. Fire is controlled chaos. Plastic is fossil goo turned into Tupperware. Opens the world of pharmaceuticals, forestings, material science, cosmetics, and more. Chemistry gives us drugs that heal, materials that don't melt, and lipstick that stays on through a burger. Chemistry makes you see the world like the Matrix. All instead of code, it's molecules. You learn about plants, animals, ecology, the body, and genetics. Why you get sick? It's not bad vibes. It's pathogens hijacking your cells like a biological history. How and why vaccines work. Tiny fake invaders that train your immune system to punch the real ones in the face. Smart, right? What viruses are. Not alive, not dead. Just strands of genetic spike wrapped in protein, trying to make copies of themselves using you. Why that flower isn't just pretty. It's a complex, self-replicating solar-powered organism. Petals are advertising. Roots are mining. Chloroplasts are turning sunlight into sugar. The daisy is working harder than you. Why antibiotics exist, and why overusing them is a terrible idea. They kill bacteria, but misuse them and they breed superbugs. Then it's back to dying from paper cuts again. Biology is your manual for the meat vehicle you're driving. Science isn't just knowledge, it's a way of thinking. Ask questions, test your beliefs, use evidence, and change your mind if you're wrong. It teaches humility and gives you a big flashing warning sign anytime someone tries to sell you a magic cure or a miracle fruit that cures cancer. We are entering a world where everyone needs to understand science. Why, you may ask? Well, AI is rewriting the internet. Algorithms are deciding what you see, believe, and buy. Knowing how it works keeps you from being just another trained parent. Climate change is real. It's not a vibe shift. It's physics, chemistry, and biology smashing into each other with global consequences. Scams are getting smarter. Deepfakes, fake supplements, miracle gadgets. Most scams work because we forget science even exists. Marketing manipulates chemistry terms to sell your water for $10 a bottle. Ionized, alkaline, detoxifying. Most of it's meaningless. Knowing your chemistry means to drink smarter and cheaper. The future job market, mostly tech, science, or creativity, powered by those. Understanding systems, data, and innovation won't just be cool. It will be how you survive economically. If you don't understand science, you're living in a magic show. And guess what? You're not the magician. You're the audience. Or worse, the mark. But here's the good news. You don't have to be a scientist to think like one. You just have to start noticing the world again. Next time it rains, wonder why drops fall that way. Next time you cut an apple, wonder how it stays white or turns brown. Next time your toaster breaks, try to fix it before throwing it out. Science doesn't kill wonder, it gives it a telescope. Every moment can be a science moment. And every time you resist being fooled by bad data, fake news, or quantum healing battery stalls, you win. You become just a little more resilient, aware, human. You don't need to be Einstein, just curious enough not to drink shampoo. So the next time someone tries to ban water or says snow is fake, just smile. Because you know something they don't. You took science seriously. Not for the grade, but for the truth. If this video made you think, or sigh, or laugh, or want to open a biology textbook, subscribe for more. You're not here to memorize the periodic table. You're here to make sense of the universe.